I think he's brother love. He love other men.
Well, Deal has just exposed one of the worst secrets of Diddy, and he is now nowhere to be seen. A former bodyguard for Sean Diddy Combs has made numerous claims and interviews regarding Diddy's personal life, including allegations about his orientation. In one instance, Deal suggested that Diddy exhibited signs of being homosexual during his school years. These remarks have stirred controversy, as Deal has often shared insider stories about Diddy's private life.
At Usher, and they redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly, I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that shit. And they probably embarrassed for the fact to see that Meek Mills, one of the street guys that came out of there, got caught up in this Hollywood shit. This Hollywood shit, whereas that he's dressing like, he dressing the same shit. He dressing like Diddy? Hugged up with Diddy? I think that Lil Rod know a lot of shit.
Gene Deal has suggested that Diddy and rapper Meek Mill were more than just friends, pointing to instances where the two reportedly appeared at events dressed alike, sparking rumors of an intimate relationship. While these claims have fueled speculation, they contribute to a narrative suggesting there may have been more to their relationship than meets the eye.
Like, it's just like two men laying down. When they both get up, they both homos. And that's real talk, bruh. My man, you go to a party, dog, and the nigga got the same shirt you got on, I'm taking my shirt off. I'm walking around in a t-shirt. And then, not to blow Meek Mills up out the water or anything like that, it was said that they checked his Google search and all the other shit, and he was searching for some online. That.
Oh, wow.
That shit is crazy, bro. But listen, those are what, you know, it's crazy that money, that lifestyle, and you trying to fit into something, get you. These guys never set out to do all this shit. Meek Mills, when he got into the game, he didn't set out to be.
Joe Rogan has also weighed in on the ongoing rumors about Diddy's alleged misconduct. Rogan reportedly remarked that behaviors, including homosexual acts, are sometimes perceived as part of an artist's rise to fame. This adds another layer of speculation surrounding Diddy, as Rogan's vast audience often amplifies discussions when he addresses celebrity allegations.
Jaguar Wright said this, an ex-employee of him. He goes, if you can get a man to suck, you can do anything. As in a man that just does not want to do that. Yeah, that's a real, it's like a affirmation. It's like a real power affirmation for someone.
At every level, there's something
I want to joke about it on stage, but people like, you know, nobody follows all the same things anymore, so it's hard to, the things I want to make references about, there's like no common culture anymore of like, we all saw this, so you gotta just burn time explaining the first part of the story, and people will get invested in it. It's so much better than...
The Mob has podcasts now.
And they have rivalries, and there's like people that are like, oh, well, I heard he's a snitch. Like they're like, do you have Stockholm Syndrome? Good, they're a snitch. That's why we have this great show. Hope everyone snitches. What the talking about? So I get criminals. He has a right to say, as a criminal, don't snitch. You, the citizen of the good country, Edward Snowden's not supposed to be hiding out in Russia with the bad man.
One of the most explosive claims involves Cassie, Diddy's former partner, and her husband. According to John Deal, Cassie allegedly confided in her husband about Diddy's inappropriate behaviors, including matters related to his orientation and treatment of others.
That him and Cassie be pillow talking. That's his wife. He didn't see. Cassie can't say anything because he made her sign a NDA, a non-disclosure. But she could whisper things in her husband's ear. And some of the stuff that she's probably saw had to go through with dude, her husband just speaking on it. He can't say where he got it from. But then again, he gotta know. People gotta know where he got it from. That's his wife. Yes, he's an older guy. He might be a whole lot of fruity too. But Cassie would know that just like Kim knew that.
So you feel like Cassie is the one that's telling her husband stuff behind the scenes about Puffy?
Right. And you gotta realize he was their trainer. He was her trainer before he became her husband. So she may have been telling him stuff way before they was even married. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So before we get off of this topic, right, because I'm sure people is going to want me to ask you being around Puffy, is there any truth to him being fruity?
I don't know what you mean by really, do I see this man being fruity? Does a man like other men?
These allegations seem to confirm earlier reports by Fine, who had spoken out about Diddy's troubling conduct, further fueling the narrative that Diddy's personal and professional dealings are far from clean. The question arises, how much weight should be given to statements made by ex-partners in situations like this?
Really interests me and might interest the viewers and everything like that, but they live this weird rock and roll lifestyle where they touchy-feely with each other. And all I can say in situations like that is that if two men lay down, how many fruity men get up?
Roger Bonds, who was closely connected to Diddy, has come forward with claims that shed more light on the rumors surrounding Diddy's private life. Bonds alleges that he witnessed Diddy in compromising situations with male rappers in hotel rooms. These allegations contribute to the larger narrative of controversy surrounding Diddy's orientation, a topic that has been the subject of speculation for years. According to Bonds, these incidents involved Diddy and other prominent male figures from the hip-hop community, adding another layer of complexity to the mogul's already controversial public image.
I'm gonna stay on the elevator. And I stay on the elevator, and the elevator stop on Puff Flaw. And I'd be like, okay. And then I wouldn't let the door close because this person is oblivious to who I am. So he would just walk straight to Puff door, and I'll just be watching, and I'll see him knock on the door, and then I'll see him go in. In my mind, at this particular time, I'm so happy I got the day off. I'm not thinking about I said, well, they some freaks. That's all. I don't know about him saying, this, that, and the other, but I know for sure that those guys, because then he would hit me if they had a party that night, and he would be like, Bonds, remember such and such? Say, what? And it was one guy specifically, he would say, it was a guy named Michael from Miami. And I knew this guy, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know what role he played in nothing, but Puff would always ask me, yo, can you make sure he get in the party? He ain't gotta be in, but just make sure he get in the party. Then it was times that we went away, and I would always have the adjoining room to his room. But it was times where the assistant would be like, yo, your room is up the hall. I'd be like, yo, my room. And then I might see the same guy got the adjoining room.
These claims align with stories from other former associates who have suggested that Diddy's private parties often blurred the lines between business and personal relationships. John Deal has also suggested that Diddy had an unhealthy obsession with Tupac Shakur, claiming that Diddy pursued relationships with women Tupac had previously been involved with. Deal's statements imply that this behavior was part of a broader pattern in which Diddy tried to emulate or compete with the late rapper. This supposed fixation reveals a complex relationship between Diddy and Tupac during the 1990s.
Pac was the first one on the scene wearing Versace shirts. He went and got the same Versace shirts Pac had. Which, all right, some dudes would do that. You would never catch me wearing something else, something that somebody else got. He was knocking down all the women that he thought Pac was knocking down. And what I mean is, why would you want to have with women you know for sure a dude that was once cool with you was dealing with?
Did you all like the video? If you liked it, make sure to stay with us and watch our next video.